Hi everyone. I want to try and help some of you tackle the blank page. I posted a question in Art Journal Prompts a couple of days ago and I asked how many of you have not felt brave enough to post or even attempt a page, and it came as no great surprise that quite a few of you had held your hands up and said, yep, that's me. Now I know that can be for various reasons. Some of you are members of quite a few groups and you're actively taking part already. And of course, a lot of these groups post regular challenges and there just aren't enough hours in the day to do them all. And, that's absolutely fine. But I also know that there are some of you out there that are serial video watchers. Some of you have probably even, gone out and purchased some materials, but you've never used them because you just don't know where to start. And I know because I was like that. I was there and like you once. Let me just give you a bit of background about me. I haven't been doing art or mixed media for very long at all. 2.5, 3 years ago probably, I was in TK Maxx shopping, and on the book section I came across this pretty book. It's scrapbook paper, and I fell in love with it, and I just had to buy it. It was $4.99, reduced from $17.99. I had no idea what I was going to do with it because I've never done any art before. Well, not since I was at school anyway, and when I was at school I was absolutely rubbish at art. I can't draw, I've got no sense of scale whatsoever, but I've proved to myself that I've got a reasonable eye for colour, and I can actually do it. But when I got home, I started Googling ideas of what I could do with this patterned paper. Now, I'm quite a crafty person. I've made my own jewellery in the past. I've dabbled at making brooches and air fresheners and all kinds of things out of felted jumpers, which started off when I shrunk one of my wool jumpers that was too pretty to throw away. And so I thought, right, I'm going to make something with it. And that started off a bit of a thing there. But when I got home and started Googling what I could do with this beautiful patterned paper, all these YouTube videos were presented to me. I mean, YouTube up until that point was something that my teenagers went on for, pop videos and that kind of thing. I had never looked at YouTube until that point, but I was just glued. I was absolutely amazed at all these wonderful creations that people were coming up with. And I started serial YouTube watching, and I must have spent, I don't know, at least 6 months before I plucked up the courage to even, create any kind of a background. But I think the trouble is that, we watch so many videos and that we just run out of time in the day to actually do anything with the ideas that we've learnt. And it confuses us as well. We sort of watch one video and we love it and we sort of hop on to the next, and, we might be really inspired by one particular video that day, but by the time we've watched 3 more videos, we've forgotten what the inspiration was and we don't do anything about it. We don't actually act on it. In January last year, Cat Hand and Deb Packwood announced that they would be starting their Facebook groups. Cat Hand launched Mixed Media Morsels and Deb started Art Journal Prompts. And I decided that I was going to commit to those 2 groups because I just felt that I needed some kind of inspiration, some kind of push to get me to stop watching and start doing. And I imagine that, a lot of you that have joined Art Journal Prompts are with us for that very reason. So I just want you to start doing something. Now, if you are sort of, a relative beginner, I would strongly advise you to go and have a look. If you're not already a member, go and check out Cat Hand's Mixed Media Morsels because it is a fantastic group. I haven't done any of the prompts for quite a while in that particular group, just purely because there aren't enough hours in my day. I'm too busy now doing other things, but it's invaluable. The tricks and tools that I've learnt from Kat's group are invaluable to me. And, I use quite a lot of the techniques that Kat taught in the Art Journal prompt pages that I create. Kat did a whole page on using a kitchen sponge, and of course that sort of prompted me to use my natural sponges. That's where I got that idea from. So I'm going to leave a link to Kat's Mixed Media Morsels group. She also has a playlist on her YouTube channel as well, and there are some fabulous ideas, so do go and check that out. But I've created this page here. I've reworked the material prompt, and the reason I've done that is that I just think sometimes I put a prompt up, and I know that I was the same when Deb was doing it, and I would just get completely blinkered by whatever Deb was doing, and I just found it incredibly difficult to put my take on that particular prompt. I didn't know how to rework it and do something for myself. So taking material as an example, I used material for my background and to create my flower. And so then I think people are thinking, oh, I've got to use material in the fabric sense of the word, but you haven't. Just take that prompt material, and it can be whatever material means to you. Gareth created a fantastic page inspired by the song by Madonna, Living in a Material World. There's a quote on the internet, one day you'll realise that material things mean nothing. All that matters is the well-being of the people in your life. That could be your inspiration for a page, so you don't even need to put any material in it. Material can mean many things as well. It could be, just that you use a piece of ribbon to create a border on a page. It doesn't have to be to the extent that I do things. It could be completely different, whatever that prompt inspires in you. But for those of you that don't know where to start and have never tried a journal page, I've reworked this, and I've made this page using things that I've found around my home. I haven't used any commercial stencils or stamps or anything. I don't think I've even used a paintbrush, but I've used a battery. I used a baby wipe to apply my paint. I've used some bottle caps, and I've used a piece of corrugated cardboard, and I've free cut some shapes. So I'm going to put the video up, and I'm encouraging everybody to do this page, copy it if you want to, or if you want to put your own take on it, then that's absolutely fine. You can even sort of copy the process that I've gone through and use a different set of colours. But I talked briefly about the colour wheel, and I think the key to anything is the colours that you choose. If I've used two colours here, blue and green, and a bit of white and a bit of black as an accent, and then a slight splattering of pink. If I'd done this background, I could have done it in exactly the same way, but if I'd used 5 different colours, this would have just looked an awful mess. It would have been too busy. So the colours that we choose are really, really important in creating a page that looks nice, and composition as well. Placement of where we put things on our page is equally as important. But I'm going to put video 2 up now, which is sort of the process video for this page, and I'd encourage you, if you haven't done a journal page before, to give this a try. Let's try and break that blank page. And for those of you who are watching this that are not members of our Art Journal Prompts, but you just feel that you'd like to give this a go too, then please follow along. And if you want somewhere where you can show the page that you've created afterwards, if you'd like to come and check us out at Art Journal Prompts, then please feel free to do so. Again, I'll leave the link to our journal group in the description box below. So come and say hello and show us what you've created. So I guess the reason for doing this is that I really, really want to try and inspire some of you to stop watching those videos and just give it a try, because once you've done a page once, your ideas will flood your mind, and it just won't be anywhere near as intimidating. You do it once, if you follow what I've done here, you'll end up with a page very, very similar to this, and then you can sit back and admire your work. There's nothing complicated about this at all, I promise you. So I hope you like the video that I'm going to put up. If you found this helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to share. And if you've got any questions or comments, then leave them for me below. So I hope you'll take part, and take care, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.